Alright, that looks clean. Time for another update. This is Thursday, so it's a midweek update. I haven't had a lot of chances to work on it, but I put the shade sail up just so that I could test the height of the poles, and then I bought these guy wires that have a pretty unique little, I don't know what you call that, tightening system, but it's pretty cool because you don't have to have it constantly threaded. And then I'm cheating over here because I got to attach the house. I bought a powered boosted TV antenna that hooks into the USB on the TV, and it works okay. Gets pretty good reception. I have attached the screen to the RV door up front, and it is perfect as far as reattaching itself, closing, whatever, which is great because this is the door that I'm going to use most often. I do have a screen on there, but I don't think I'm going to use that door very often, so it was critical that this one work perfectly, and it does. Moving in, oh, I'm watching a little of the old Sea Dog, so let me pause that. There we go. I got doors on the seating area. The only thing that's left to do is the faux doors on the front of the fridge. These are really awesome. They close nicely, they latch tight. A little adjustment maybe needed. No, that's fine. Same thing on this one. I had to jerry rig a little sidebar on each of these just so that I had something to put the latch on. Whereas with these ones, you know, it's door to door, so it's not a big deal. I did some sanding. I got rid of the stamp on there, and then I started filling some holes. You can see this crack here I filled in. There are several little screw holes from when I first attached wood to this side instead of the other side for the bed frame. So what I did, you can see it here because I haven't sanded this yet. I mixed sawdust, which is here, I've got plenty of that, with wood glue, and then filled the holes and then sanded it down. I did most of the little holes that are just cosmetic, and then I also filled in several of the holes that have screws in them. There's one that does not. And I'm just going to leave that as it is for now until after the trip, because I want to see if that sawdust and wood glue concoction holds when I'm traveling in the van. I ordered, but have yet to install, a 7-foot wide and 25-foot long screen. Initially, I'm going to just drape a screen across the back here. So I only need 7 feet by 6 feet or 6.5 feet, something like that, to cover that. But in the long run, I'm going to build a screen room on the back ramp. So I'll be able to use the remainder for that. But I have to sew some kind of material to the outside edge of the screen so that I can attach it. I'm going to use snaps to attach it to the frame of the ramp door, and that material will likely dictate the material that I will buy for the rest of the trailer, and then it will, you know, I'll get sheets and a blanket to match. So in the van, everything was gray, slate gray, and I used a gray and white pattern for around the outside of the screen when I sewed the Velcro on that. So I got to give some thought to the overall look and feel that I want to do on the trailer before I install that. Some other updates. I brought my weather station in, so I have this, it's hanging inside for now, but when I go camping somewhere I'll hang it outside. And then I hung the monitor for it over here. I haven't connected it. And then I have the wind vane wind sensor. I don't remember what you call those things, but I have that sensor here also. This is not a permanent place for that because clearly I can't see what the outside temperature is if I'm inside, and this is here. And then I have the indoor thermometer here. This does have a built-in thermometer in it, so let me see that. Yeah, saying 74 degrees indoor, which matches that, thankfully. Though this does say 60% humidity and this says 54, so I wonder which one of those is correct. I think that's it. I took delivery today on some new purchases. I bought these, I'll show you on my key ring. These wire, they've got a little screw thing to attach and make a loop, and it's just a nice big key ring. I bought 25 of them because 25 of them was only $5, and I'm sure I can make use of them elsewhere or give them away to people. I don't care. And then this was supposed to be a 4-pack of 140 millimeter computer vent filters. One was going to go here, and then another one was going to go here. This one being the exhaust for the refrigerator area, and that one being the intake. That way I'd get a good flow of air all the way around under there, so all the electronics would be cooled. But they sent me one, and I'm not real happy about that, so I'm going to have to go on Amazon and complain and see if I can get them to send me the other 3. I also bought some barrel bolts. You remember I was worried about somebody locking me into the trailer by closing the RV latch or the latch across the RV door. And I think I found a good way to resolve that, or at least mitigate the chances of that happening, by installing this on the back door, like right about here. So it would sit there like that, and then it would latch across here, which would prevent anybody from opening the back door, regardless of whether they were to break into, if they break the lock off the back bar latches. So there's 2 bar latches on the back door, and even if they broke in, got the latch off here, the lock off here, and opened this latch, they still wouldn't be able to open it because I'd have it locked from the inside. And then, in addition to that, I can drill a hole about here, which would allow me to open this just enough that I'd get A, some air movement, and B, it would be impossible for them to close this and lock me in the ramp. Now the only downside to that is that it wouldn't do me any good on rainy days because I would get rain directly in. So I'd have to figure out something to do about that. But I do like this option because it's dual function. This locking the ramp from the inside is an extra security measure, and then adding that extra hole for it to attach here would solve the problem of somebody trying to lock me in using the RV door. Unfortunately, this bolt is too short. I need something about 1.5 inches in order to reach from the plywood on the back door to the frame of the ramp. So I've got to return those to Lowe's and get something bigger. And that's it. Hoping for wind this weekend. Hoping for wind starting tomorrow, actually. Not sure if it's going to happen or not, but wind always wins, and if it's windy, I won't make much progress on this project. But I will certainly update you if I do.